Hello, welcome back to another video. It's been a while, as always. um, Especially this year, I do apologize. It has been a really busy year. I mean, busy in terms of getting into national service, military-wise, trying to serve my country for some time already, and I still am now. And I mean, pretty much that's what this video is going to be about. So, to talk about the experience in NS, that's right. Um, Specifically, a bit of a different experience from the generally everyone else national service, how they talk about their interkong and whatnot. So this will be a little bit different. In case you haven't sort of caught up to that yet. I think it's pretty obvious that I am of those that don't look very fit or whatever. But anyway, that's pretty much this video. I have no idea how to open videos anymore. Okay, I haven't made videos for so long. Okay, and I hope to make more in the coming months ahead. But yeah, it's gonna hopefully I can, but it's looking a bit hard to make more videos in this long run. Nonetheless, let's talk about it. About my NS experience, maybe in a bit more Singlish accent, because it's a bit. Is it a bit strange to talk in this accent? I don't know. I have no idea. Nonetheless, welcome to this video. And yeah, pretty much my experience in NS BMT whatnot. As I mentioned before, it's a little bit different, but we'll get into that in a short bit. Nonetheless, I was enlisted to military NS. Okay, it's national service. Okay, NS. Okay, national service. I don't need to make it so formal or whatever, but I was enlisted on the 14th of February. That's right, Valentine's Day. Um, Sadly, but again, I don't have any partner or girlfriend. Do I look like someone who is in love? I don't think so. I am. I don't think I'll fall in love, but maybe I will. But yeah, I was enlisted on 14th February for this round of national service. That round for the national service for PES E. That's right. That's where I want to talk about why my experience is a little bit different, or rather, actually quite different from those that have gone for BMT at Tekong, Pulau Tekong, rather. So my BMT was actually at Kranji Camp 2, which is where the BMT School 5 is. School 1 to 4 is on Tekong, Pulau Tekong. Whereas for School 5 is the only, I think it's the only school on the mainland Singapore, which is then in Kranji Camp 2. So all the PES E's will go there for the BMT, and I think PES C as well, if I'm not wrong. Only the PES A and B will go to Tekong. C and E will go to Kranji Camp 2, School 5. So that's the idea. I'm not sure about, or rather, actually, in case you're wondering what about PES D? What is PES D? PES D are those that's like kind of still waiting. They take a, if I'm not wrong, I think it's like medical checkup already done, but then still need further checkups because not very sure yet. So okay, PES D. PES D is like a pending, waiting status for that. So yeah, that's for PES D. But in case you're wondering also what's PES, for those who don't know what that is, it stands for Physical Employment. I think it's Physical Employment Standard. So it's kind of like the level of fitness. I think that's what it is. So I am part of that very. I'm the lowest of the lowest, which is kind of like one step before being able to escape national service. So I would say escape to be able to skip national service, which that will be PES F. PES F are those who really cannot serve national service, which is those, if I'm not wrong, those with like very severe illnesses, like cancer. I've heard from one of my platoon mates. Actually, they were saying that one of their friends got cancer, and I think like got cancer just before enlistment and immediately had to like immediately could just had to skip national service entirely because he got cancer. So that was something that I heard about uh, as an experience with PES F, how that is what that is about. So PES F is pretty much you can skip national service. Those with like very very serious issues. I'm at PES E9, which is the lowest of the lowest. That's why I say it's uh, before, which is like one step closer to like being able to skip national service. But of course, that wouldn't, I don't know, for me, it wouldn't obviously, as much as that's a great idea, but clearly it wouldn't sit well with me, honestly. But E9 is kind of like the right balance, or being past E actually is the right balance because you can serve national service, but also, not have to be in a overexerting. You don't have to overexert yourself. So pretty much PES E BMT, the hardcore stuff like IPPT, which is the physical tests, I think. SOC, the Center Obstacle Course, all these like very vigorous activities, PES E will not do. It's not required of us to do. Obviously, because we are way less fit. Physically, I wouldn't say mentally. Mentally, we may be like there are possible PES-E people that's mentally more smart than those in the higher PES, possible. But again, talking about physical fitness, okay, we are obviously not of like a high, we're not as like of the PES A, PES B standards, those are sent to Tekong to go and do BMT, which is most people. I'm of that sort of little minority that is sent to School Fire Country Camp 2 to do BMT. Which leads me to the point of how this BMT is about, how it's done in School Fire Country Camp 2. So first phase, there are two phases actually to this to national service. So one is the first phase is the BMT, which lasts for I think 2 months, about 2 months. And in fact, this first phase also is like split into two different like sub phases as well, which we'll get into. So first phase is the BMT itself, which is 2 months, and then second phase is the rest of your national service life, which is like a year and 10 months. So it's pretty much the that big chunk, the majority part of your national service is being in this phase two, which is the being sent to a vocation unit to actually serve. It's kind of like you can take it as like an internship in a way. It's kind of like internship uh, during your national service. BMT is kind of like it's like orientation, and then the second phase, which is to send to your unit, vocation unit, is more really is like a experience of internship in a way, or like being in school. I don't know how you would kind of, but that's the way that I like to interpret it. So, first phase is the BMT phase, which lasts a total of 9 weeks, which is about 2 months. Okay. Uh, the first 4 weeks actually we learned about basic soldiering. We learned to use the rifle. I was actually excused. I actually have like three excuses. And one of them is the excuse heavy load. So I wasn't allowed to get a rifle and practice how to like disassemble your rifle and whatnot. Everyone, most of my other mates were all like doing it. We had to just watch. So we just observed how they kind of disassembled all the rifles and whatnot. I was excused heavy load, which pretty much mean I cannot hold a rifle. So I have not held a rifle at all for this in national service. I don't think I will ever be holding a rifle at all. But nonetheless, during this phase, BMT, I pretty much get along well with my platoon mates. There's no fighting. It's a pretty chill experience. I heard someone say that this PES E experience is kind of like it's certainly way better because I don't know. Is it I heard from someone or is it I looked at Reddit? I don't know. I think I saw on Reddit somebody said that PES E is definitely an easier life to get through with because there's no sort of like backstabbing or whatever, sort of like manipulative sort of, because in PES A, PES B, Tekong, whatever, right? People in the bunks would sort of like do some sort of like majiggery and sort of underhanded tactics or something. I don't know. I never experienced that, so clearly I won't know what that is. But I think I sort of get the gist of what that is about, and I don't think I would like that sort of experience. But yeah, it's a pretty chill experience being in PES E School 5. I mean, we are in Bison Koi, so that's pretty fun. But for this first sub phase, first 4 weeks is actually the actual BMT. And so yeah, so in as a PES E, you pretty much in terms of what kind of activity you do, is actually like there's really not much you're doing. You practice your rifle, you practice how to throw a hand grenade, you practice how to handcuffs. I think handcuffs. It's called like security check stuff. So the handcuffs, basic stuff that's like teach you how the SAF does things, right? But yeah, but again, the emphasis is that for PES E, no vigorous activities, no big vigorous activities like as I mentioned, IPPT, SOC. These are like definitely out of the way. PES E is told not to run. We are told not to run. We must walk. Although if there is a rush, we do there is a bit of an emphasis on walking fast, but never run, because apparently running is actually fun fact. Apparently it is illegal within the camp for PES at that point. For PES E to be running. In fact, it is illegal, I think. So that's a shocker for sure. But nonetheless, activities wise, what we do and whatnot, we do, like I said, those hand grenade throwing, but it's fake grenade. We don't actually do like actual grenade like what our peers in Tekong do. But that's pretty much the experience, because apart from these activities, there are a few afternoons where there's just nothing really happening. We're just told to stay in the bunk for a very long time. There's like afternoons where we stay in the bunk for the whole time until dinner. So after lunch, we just stay in the bunk all the way through till dinner. It is kind of it is certainly a lifestyle to have. And that's why people also dub it as like this is a crunchy resort. So those that are like me who go into PES E9 BMT, E9 or even E1 also, but E1 may not be the same also. But again, E9 is definitely this experience where it's pretty chill. So a lot of people will say, "Oh, you're PES E9, you're lucky. You're gonna have a great time. You're just gonna take it chill, pretty relaxed, no stress at all." But of course, on the first day when you are first enlisted, there will be a bit of that kind of stress, because there's a lot of things. I don't know why, but the schedule that they did, I remember they like packed a lot of things on that day, and so many things happening there, and they only if all the activities then finish at like 8 or 9, it's like it's very rushed. So, and because lights out is at 10, and so there's a lot of like rushing and whatnot. But again, after that, things have just been pretty chill. So but in a new environment, obviously you take time to kind of adjust to. So that's the thing, with this one. PES E9 experience is pretty chill. Um, in terms of food, by the way, in case you're wondering, also yes, food. We eat at the cookhouse, as with every NSF that we all eat at the cookhouse. But in this case, for Kranji Camp 2, currently the cookhouse in School 5 is at that time, right, in February, March actually, it was under renovation. So we temporarily had to go to a temporary cookhouse that's further away, and we ate packed food for all the meals. And I'll give you a fun fact here: the sets caterer is actually better than the if they are the ones catering the food, they are definitely better than SFI. If those are the two caterers, as sets and SFI, I absolutely love the sets one. SATS, it's the in fact they're the the ones that also pack the foods on the Singapore Airlines flights, which is why it's better. SFI is SFI simply no, sadly. That's just my opinion. Some would say SFI is better, but okay, whatever. Moving on to the next 5 weeks actually, or 4 weeks, but because the fifth week is actually the graduation parade from this first entire phase of BMT. But pretty much yes, the next 5 weeks we were training on the units rather, where we're going to deploy to our unit. We are trying to prepare for that. So for me, I'm posted to ASA. I am doing a training on ASA vocation. We pretty much learn on the things that we need to know, how to do things in ASA. ASA is, as they say, a very important job, and I definitely see that. ASA being an important job, ASA stands for Admin Support Assistant. I think you know what that is about. It's pretty much doing administrative work every day on end, which is what I'm doing now. So, yeah. I think I won't yap too much about this one because this one is like this second phase ASA vocation. We just we sit in the room to kind of write a lot of notes. Actually, we write a lot of notes and then we go through 3 tests for 3 weeks. And basically at the end of the week we do one test and it is an open book test, so that's great. And yeah, you pass all those tests, you're good to go. And that's the ASA vocation practice training for those 4 weeks. The final week was the graduation parade. I won't talk too much about that. I think you can it's basically to practice the graduation parade, passing out parade from BMT. So yeah, so moving on from there, that's pretty much the essence of phase one. But now I'm now talking about phase two, which is where I am right now, all the way till early 2027. It is a very very long journey ahead. So this is me. This is my phase two ASA unit. Right now I'm in ASA. I'm currently posted to Nisun Camp actually, which is at least nearer to my house. So, but again, it's very treacherous. Every morning I have to every morning I have to go to work Monday to Friday. It's an 8 to 5 job. 8 to 5 job, by the way, not a 9 to 5. It's an 8 to 5. Okay. It's very taxing. And the bus is always crowded. So, but I don't have a choice. So, but anyway, that's to kind of talk about this a little bit more. As an office admin support assistant, I pretty much help with my chief clerk on a few simple weekly tasks. At least weekly tasks like ration indent, overseas return sheet. Ration indent basically to help to indent on food catering, food to reserve food rations, okay, for lunch and dinner for everyone in the unit. And then overseas return is to every week send one overseas return to the routine clerks at the other side of the building. What building? I don't know. What building? Whatever. To routine clerks, okay, and then overseas return is to send them send the routine clerks every week who's going overseas. Yeah, that's the idea. Okay. And but good thing about ASA is this is one of the few vocations which you can go home every day. You can go home every day, so that's great. Because every other vocation, if I am not wrong, is like 90% at least is like you have to stay in Monday to Friday. So which actually now you think about it, I would prefer doing that. But again, where I work, the bunks upstairs are not they're not actually like they're not really fitted for usage for living or for sleeping, whatever. Okay, they didn't set it up, so I don't know if they will set it up. But then again, I hope they don't. But still, I one suggestion I hope they can do is kind of like to do a hybrid where you can actually stay in up there on certain days of the week if you want to, or you cannot stay in or something. I don't know. It's just something. Anyway, that's it. I think I've described my NS experience, hopefully to the best of my ability. If I miss out on anything, do let me know in the comments below. I actually didn't know if I want to do this video, to be honest. I mean, but I did promise I wanted to talk about it. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Thanks for watching, and yeah.